What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, man. You guys already know what time it is with this cat right here. I don't talk about it, I stay about it. Rain or shine, I'm gonna get mine. Even when the hail comes, I'm still stepping out to get mine. But anyways, people, with that being said, man, I got to give a shout out to all my channel members, my subscribers, my followers, and everybody that's been interacting with my channel, man. You guys are very much appreciated, more than you know. You know, I could be very limited on the way I express myself right here because, you know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of funny bunnies out here. You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about. Before I move on, I'm going to elaborate on an individual that shot at me a while back. I reacted to the way he broke it down with a certain individual. If you guys know, you know. Whack 100 came at an individual foul, and this fool peed on himself. Okay, with that video and that response that I put out there, it almost went viral, people. But anyways, I wasn't looking for anything like that. I was just keeping it real 100%, you know what I mean? I don't sugarcoat anything for anybody. I'm not trying to put any extra tapatio or huichol on the taco. I just put it out there the way it should be put out, you know? So before I do elaborate on that, I am a full-time online fitness coach, people. If you want to get started in your fitness journey, go check out my Instagram. I have over 2 years of material there that I have posted up. I have transformations, I have testimonials, I have some free meals that you guys could start off just to get started in your fitness journey. Go check it out, man. That way you have that security of reaching out to somebody, whether they're authentic or not. You know, I don't miss. I'm here day in, day out. I have a full-time online fitness program where I coach people from here in the United States all around the world. You know, I have team members everywhere. It's been a blessing to me. I'm able to work in the comfort of my own home. And it's one thing you guys got to get used to. This cat right here loves to ramble on. Some of you guys know me as the Rambler. It is what it is, man. But yeah, I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown before I move on to that individual, the one that pissed on himself, man. Because, oh my goodness. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because an individual shared a video with me, and this guy straight up contradicts everything that he started out here on social media. And the reason I say that is because this individual has a very large audience with a very large support group, and they brought something that didn't really exist to reality in all throughout social media. That's why I say that, man, this social media life can be very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But don't believe everything that you hear on here. Never believe what you hear and only half of what you see. And like I've told you in the past, if you guys don't understand that half of what you see is, go back into your archives and take a look at one of those superhero movies that you watch. Does that guy really fly through the air? It's bullshit. He ain't flying through the air. Special effects, baby. Same thing, that's what goes on with this social media stuff, man. These people are so good at what they do. I laugh about it, you know what I mean? Because they could do all they want and do the little short clips and funny clips about me. Ain't no shine off of my skate boots. But anyways, yes, I did ramble once again. So I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of my program. You know, normally I start off speaking a little bit about nutrition, but today is a little bit different. I have a lot to do on my plate today, so just a quick breakdown of my program, man. So if you're interested in signing up with my program, you'll get a fully put together structured workout plan that comes with videos guiding you how to do the workouts, how many sets, how many repetitions you're supposed to do, rest periods in between, and everything's going to be done on a digital platform, so you don't have to write nothing down. You don't have to take it back to the analog days where you're using pen and paper, or paper and fucking pencil, whichever you prefer, you know what I mean? But yeah, so everything's tracked on my personalized training app. I will dial in your nutrition for you. That way you could get the results in a shorter time than expected. Because Keep it real with yourself. Take a look at yourself in the mirror. Have you got those results that you've been chasing after time, year after year? You're probably not. And the reason is because you don't understand the anatomy of the body, the way it works. You have to understand the nutritional part, because with nutrition, 90% of your results will come through nutrition. You have to put bare minimum exercising into your fitness journey. And that's where I come in as a coach. I teach you this stuff. I will provide you with the tools, the knowledge that you need within 3 months to carry on and live this as a daily lifestyle, people. You don't have to sign on again and again for another quarter with me. I don't encourage that. I encourage you to sit as a student, listen, pick up game, and learn. That way you could take off and leave the nest, fly away and do this on your own. Because you don't need a coach year round. If you choose to do that, that's entirely up to you if you want to take it to the next level. And that's where I come in as well, because there's levels to this, people. You know what I mean? If you want to get to the way I look, you may not see me the way I look right now, but if I usually have my t-shirt off. I'm in pretty good shape, man. You know, I'm not tooting my own horn, but it is what it is. The proof is in the pudding, baby. You know what I mean? If you got it, flaunt it. You know? And you may question, why do I always have on my sunglasses? That way I don't forget them when I bounce. You know, other people have their speculations on why I have them on, but no. Ain't nothing I do here scripted or edited. You know what I mean? I shoot from the hips, baby. That's just what I do. You know, I ain't trying to be like the next man. I'm trying to be me. Keeping it real, 100%. Now, anyways, if you want to get started with that fitness journey, man, shoot me a DM. Go to my Instagram, check it out. My Instagram is high_power_fitness, high_power_fitness_. Or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. There ain't nothing to it but to do it, baby. Don't talk about it, be about it. Like I've said in the past, I'm going to tell you today, it's not a puzzle. It's not hard to figure out. It's all about biting down on that ego and pride and reaching out to somebody that knows what they're doing, because it's obvious you don't. Now, with that being said, let's get to this story. It's going to be short and brief because I don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. I know I am, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Come on, do your thing, chicken wing. Hey, don't bother me none at all. You know what I'm saying? All I'm going to do is remove the comments and stuff, especially if they're foul. You know what I mean? I won't tolerate that. And the reason why is because I don't want anybody applying any other energy to those comments that you leave and flood my YouTube yada with nonsense. You feel me? If they okay, a little, come at me a little bit sideways, it's all right. I'll leave them there. But just, you know, don't come at me foul. Because really, you people that are coming at me foul, you really ain't about that life. Because you wouldn't be on social media doing that, man. Trust and believe, I lived that life, man. I lived it for many years, you know. But anyways, Mr. Pisspot, I was sent a video about him. I don't want to say his name, but if you guys know, you know. Well, actually, I'm going to probably put it up on the thumbnail. I'm going to put up a little, what is it, a demon or whatever it is, whatever the fuck they call that guy, a devil. You guys know who I'm talking about already, right? A fool that pissed on himself by Whack 100. Individual shot me a video with a timeline to go tap into it, and long and behold, they have a brother on there. The brother's a Southsider, I believe, from Playboys. I've actually done time with some good homies from the Playboys. He's actually from a younger generation, and from what I've gathered from this individual, he's done business with Mr. Goldtoes, Julio Sanchez. And if you guys ain't familiar with that individual, he's a digital distribution. He's a legend out of San Francisco Bay. And he's actually on my team. He's part of my team. He's on High Power Fitness. I talk to him on a daily, well, not on a daily, you know what I mean? At least a few times a week, you know. And actually, when my person reached out to me, I reached out to him and I told him, hey, check this out, man, how the wheels have turned. The fucking poo butt that stirred up all this fucking ruckus with you from the homies up north and down south, he's favoring on your side now. This motherfucker must have got dementia or something. Forgot about what he spoke about. That's what I'm talking about, people. You lie, and you lie about the lies that you lie about. And eventually, people see this shit. You know what I mean? Because then once you forget about all the fucking lies, you get caught. You get exposed. You're a sucker fish. Mr. You know who I'm talking about? All that shit that you wolfed about me, I got love for all my gente. I don't give a fuck where they come from. Obvious, you never did time before, my boy. If you did do time, it might have been in some, I don't know, ranch or something like that. What they call those very minimum yards. Or probably even wearing them ankle bracelets. For them homies that are walking around with them ankle bracelets like you something, you guys look ridiculous. I would never want one of those. I would max out before them motherfuckers would put an ankle bracelet on my ankle. Got me fucked up. I remember this last time when they tried to say that I'm gonna parole to probation. I said, you got me fucked up. I'm paroling to probation. I came here on parole. I'm leaving on parole. No way would I want to be on probation. So I wrote it out, baby. It is what it is. But that's what this individual does. That's what makes me different from you guys, and especially you, Mr. Blue, whatever you, Blue Demon, Blue Devil, or whatever you are. I don't know, man. You know, hey, much love and respects to Droop. So I know that individual. You know, a cool cat right there. Did time with some of his homies, some good ass homies too, right there too, man. But anyways, that's here nor there. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just here to elaborate a little bit on this individual that was interviewing the brother, a homie, you know what I mean? But he's black, from Playboys, and you know, he asked him about unity. What does he think about unity? Why wouldn't there be unity between people? If motherfuckers like you would keep your mouth shut and stop bumping your gums and feeding false narratives to your audience, because a lot of this audience that out here are naive to the world that I grew up in, and you're feeding them false information. Kind of like that 5J, whatever the fuck he is. He did a video on Riverside, man. That fool, I'm going to speak on that one tomorrow. Whatever his name is, Renegade Media. That guy right there. I have some say-so about that too, you know what I mean? Yeah, you shouldn't cry when you go to jail. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But you don't understand the way it works down here in the county jails that we go through. I've never been through Riverside County Jail, but I'm sure the Judas who are over there are similar to the ones that the way they used to be in LA County Jail. It's changed a lot in LA County Jail. We've paved the road for you youngsters today to get that smooth ride. Segregated, living with nothing but homies, pulling up in cells, not being congested with other races and going off in a riot in a module with like 300 people that only has a capacity of fucking 200. You know what I mean? Crowded. Ain't nowhere to run, baby. You gotta get it in and put it in. It's just the way it was. But anyways, I'm not glamorizing that shit, man, because that was my past. I just get a little pumped up because you guys out here trying to portray something that you're not, man. You really aren't. And back to Mr. Blue Devil. Yes, I did ramble on. This individual was actually giving Mr. Go Toes, my team member, Julio Sanchez, props. Now, what is it with you, my boy? Either are you with the movement or not. You're fucking up, my boy. I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm not coming at you foul or anything like that, but you need to make up your motherfucking fun and make up your mind, because you can't be out here flip-flopping. Unless you're that type of person that does flip-flop, because there is a lot of individuals out there, especially nowadays, claiming to be a certain way, you know what I mean? Nowadays, like I said, you could be anything you want. If you want to identify as a flip-flopper, I guess that's who you are, man. But it's wrong what you're doing, you know what I mean? You preach a certain preach, and you talk a certain talk with your crowd, your audience. Your audience is loyal. Hey, I tip my hat to you. On that I do. You have your audience. You're doing your thing. You got way more subscribers than me, though. But I'm not in here for the subscriber count. I'm in here to promote my online coaching. That's what I do. I'm here to help change people's lives, not to put bullshit in their heads. You know, so that's where sometimes a lot I have to speak on, because you did come at me foul, and you know what I mean? I wasn't coming at you in no derogatory way when I did reply to what happened with you. I just called it how I see it. I kept it real and 100%. Why would I sugarcoat anything? You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. That's just like with my team members. I'm not going to tell them and co-sign with everything that what they do. Oh, we should do it this way. This is how I eat. No. That's why you look the way you look in the way. That's why I look the way I look, because I follow a structured plan. See? Yes, I rambled a little, but my boy, you need to start, either get it right so you could do right, because I understand at the end of the day that may be your source of business, and if your audience supports you, hey, more power to you. But you know how fucking ridiculous you looked? All them shots that you shot at me and your little supporters trying to take shots at me. I laugh about that shit, man. Come on now, really? See, my goodness, man. That was no motherfucking shine off of my state boots, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was humorous. But anyways, get it right, homie. It's either you're for that movement or not. You know what I mean? Because you're twisting people up out here on social media, and there's a lot of people that probably look up to you. I mean, as far as me, I look up to me. I know what I've lived through. I know what I've been through. I've lived with the homies from up north. That's our gente. They may conduct themselves a little bit differently. Why? Because they come from a different background. Their upbringings were different. But now you got some homies down here, and I'm gonna keep it really 100% with you too as well. Their stilo has came down here to down south, because I see homies dressing in a way that resembles the way the brothers get down. Because let's keep it real, the brothers got swag. You know what I mean? But the homies from up north, they had a slight brother stilo to them with the twist, with their own twist. And let's keep it real, it should look good. You know what I mean? May not be your color, this and that, because as far as me, I don't play that color and all that shit, man. If you've seen the picture of my 4x4, my goodness. Look like a fire truck. Well, anyways, that's here nor there. I think I gave up a little bit too much information. But anyways, man, you know, so like I said, at the end of the day, man, you know, you have a voice out there, Mr. fucking Blue Guy. Do your thing. Take this however you want. I'm not here to knock you, but I'm just here to bring it to your attention. You look like a fool, man, because people like me pay attention. My audience members, they pay attention. And so I'm elaborating on this because it was sent to me. Mr. Gotos, Julio Sanchez, my team member, that's what I've always preached. He's not down here to try to step on anybody's toes. Come on now. We live in a big fucking area. Right here where I come from, ain't nobody stepping on nobody's toes unless it's your neighbor trying to step on your toes while you're out serving something and you're gone and then he takes over your clients. That's called stepping on toes. Okay, Mr. Gold Toes, GT, like I said in the past, he's here to open up doors for our gente. He's a San Francisco legend. He's been in this game for 30 plus years. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get you that bag. And for Mr. The individual that's done work with him, don't be ashamed, my boy, to do work with him. You know what I mean? It is what it is. At the end of the day, you're going to be walking to that bank with a grip of feria. You know what I mean? Don't limit yourself. I don't even know what they called you, but you're from the Playboys. Your brother, I seen you had a paño, raza paño on there, Mexican paño, wrapped around your neck. Hey, I did some time with some good motherfucking homies. I'm gonna bring up one name and the only name, because there's a few homies that were Southsiders, and this certain individual had actually almost made status, and I'm gonna tell you, that was Mr. Shadow from 18th Street. Rest in peace. That was a good, solid homie right there. When I first met him, he was standing behind me in the county jail. We were en route to going to the 9500 to the war zone. Homie was talking to me. Spoke Spanish like a motherfucker straight. And once we get into the thing, I turn around and look like, well, hey, homie, where'd you go? And he presented it. I said, what? I said, that's what's up, homeboy. Shit. Introduced ourselves. Boom. We were good. We were tight, man. If you guys know the homie Shadow from 18th Street, rest in peace. You know, solid individual, man. Solid. Well, anyways, I did ramble on. This went on a little bit longer than I expected. It is what it is. But like I said, if you want to get started on that fitness journey, shoot me a DM, High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you can email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. There ain't nothing to it, baby, but to do it. Can't talk about it, you just got to be about it, man. What's up, man? What are you waiting for? One more summer to come? Maybe next summer? Don't do that, man. Don't do that to yourself. I guarantee you start looking right and proper, your lady's going to be saying, woo-wee, look at my guy right there. That's my man. She's going to be proud. She's going to be proud to hold your hand again. Why? Because you're looking proper, G. Or vice versa for the women, too. You know what I mean? Because I do coach women. I have a power couple that's out of San Diego. They went from out of shape to tip-top shape. Go check it out on my Instagram, my transformations. Now, with that being said, people, it's time to bring this video to an end. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever you choose to do. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button, share this channel. Let's get it to 10,000 subscribers. That way I can start doing lives. I know I don't need 10,000 to start doing lives, but that's a goal that I set for myself. And that's the way you progress in life. You set little goals at a time. Because if you set these huge goals that are too far off in the horizon, you're going to get discouraged. Why? Because you're not reaching that goal in a timely manner. So when you do these little ones, every little goal, every accomplishment becomes a win. And then once you accomplish that final goal that you need to accomplish in life, you're going to sit back and enjoy life and look back and look at your biggest goal. That biggest goal you ever made was that very first one, because that very first one is the one that got you stepping, baby. Now, with that being said, get up and get yours. Let's do this.